The Autobiography of Martin Luther King Jr. is a powerful and inspiring account of the life of one of the most influential leaders of the American civil rights movement. Written by Martin Luther King Jr. himself, the book provides an intimate look into his personal journey, his formative experiences, and the events that shaped his beliefs and actions. Throughout the narrative, King reflects on his upbringing, his education, his role as a pastor, his leadership of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, and his pivotal role in the nonviolent civil rights movement. King was born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia, to the Reverend Martin Luther King Sr. and Alberta Williams King. His father was a Baptist minister and a civil rights activist, while his mother was a schoolteacher. Growing up in a family deeply rooted in the Christian faith, King was exposed to the teachings of the Bible at an early age. He was also raised in a community where racism and segregation were pervasive, and he experienced firsthand the oppression and discrimination faced by African Americans. King's early education began at home, where his mother taught him and his siblings until he was 5 years old. He then attended public schools in Atlanta, where he excelled academically and developed a passion for oratory. At the age of 13, King delivered his first sermon at the Ebenezer Baptist Church, founded by his father. This experience marked the beginning of his career as a religious leader and activist. In 1944, King enrolled at Morehouse College, a historically black institution in Atlanta. He continued to excel academically and became deeply involved in extracurricular activities, including debating, student government, and the Glee Club. It was during this time that King began to develop his political consciousness and his commitment to social justice. He was particularly influenced by the writings of Mahatma Gandhi and his philosophy of nonviolent resistance. After graduating from Morehouse College in 1948, King enrolled at Crozer Theological Seminary in Chester, Pennsylvania. There, he honed his theological skills and further developed his understanding of nonviolent resistance under the guidance of prominent professors such as Howard Thurman. In 1951, King graduated from Crozer with a Bachelor of Divinity degree and returned to Atlanta to serve as pastor of the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church. As pastor of Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, King became increasingly involved in the civil rights movement. He led a successful campaign to desegregate the public parks and recreational facilities in Montgomery, Alabama, and gained national attention for his leadership and oratorical skills. In 1957, King was arrested during a peaceful protest in Alabama and sentenced to a work camp. The experience was brutal, but it only strengthened his resolve to continue fighting for civil rights. Following his release from prison, King emerged as a national figurehead in the civil rights movement. He founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, in 1957, an organization dedicated to achieving civil rights through nonviolent resistance. Under King's leadership, the SCLC organized numerous protests and demonstrations across the South, including the historic March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963. It was during this march that King delivered his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech, which inspired millions of people around the world. King's commitment to nonviolence was rooted in his Christian faith and his belief in the power of love and compassion to overcome hate and injustice. He argued that violence only begets violence and that the only way to achieve lasting change is through peaceful means. This philosophy guided his actions throughout the civil rights movement as he led countless protests and demonstrations without resorting to violence or retaliation, even in the face of brutal opposition. Throughout his life, King faced numerous challenges and setbacks. He was arrested numerous times, subjected to physical and psychological abuse, and received numerous death threats. Despite these hardships, he remained steadfast in his beliefs and continued to fight for civil rights until his untimely death in 1968. King was assassinated while supporting striking sanitation workers in Memphis, Tennessee, at the age of 39. The Autobiography of Martin Luther King Jr. is a testament to the power of one man's vision and determination to bring about meaningful change. Through his words and actions, King inspired countless people around the world to stand up against injustice and fight for equality and freedom. His legacy continues to inspire new generations of activists and leaders, reminding us all of the importance of hope, perseverance, and the unyielding belief in the power of love and nonviolence to transform the world.